Hey guys, welcome back to the flight deck. We are in the lovely island of Antigua, but our time here is done. Today we are flying up on this beautiful, beautiful day up to St Maarten. So let's hop on board and we'll get ready to go. Alright. So they pushed the aircraft out here and it is completely shut down. So let's get her ready to go. Parking brake is on, chocks are removed, ground power is connected. So we'll turn that on. Throttles are at idle. Engine master is normal. Batteries are on. Generator switches are on. External power is on. Adheres. Get them aligning. We'll do our panels. 128 people on board today for this short flight over to St Maarten. Let's get a little bit further so that's not in the way, and down here we will get you up as well. So that's panel lights and are set and displays are set. We'll get the nav lights on. I'll turn on the beacon on just in case. Landing lever is checked down, the flaps are checked up, and speed brake is checked. Retracted fuel quantity is set. That's in kilos, that's okay. Seatbelt signs, no smoking signs, and we will get the passengers to start coming aboard. There we go. So we will arm the emergency lights, we'll get the crew oxygen, and we'll get some air moving. It's a warm one, it's 28 degrees Celsius today. My transponder is set at 7,000, and 15,000 feet is our cruise. We're not going up very high at all. So while we wait for the adheres, it is time to start doing some planning. Alright, so we'll clear that. That information is correct. So our route today is Tango Alpha, Papa Alpha 2, Tango November, Charlie Mike. No saved company routes. Our alternate today is San Juan, which is TJSJ, Tango Juliet, Sierra Juliet will be our alternate, and our flight is FLCT07, cost index of 25, and a cruise altitude of 15,000 feet. So our zero fuel weight, let me get our zero fuel weight off the flight plan. Is 123.1, 123.1, and our CG is 32.71. There we go, and our block fuel today is 11.4. Should probably be in kilograms, so we're gonna go 5.3. There we go. Yeah, it's funny, this is in kilograms, but if you go into the flight planning, it's in gallons or pounds. Too confusing. Anyway, 5.3. So that is all set up. We'll go to our performance page. So we're going to be 1 plus up 1.0. And we can reconfigure our V speeds of 145, 152, 153. Right, let's go to our flight plan now. So our flight plan is fairly basic. We are going to depart on runway 7. There's no SIDS, there's no nothing. Our arrival is going to be the Yule bus, so we can go to our destination, put in our arrival. We're doing the RNAV for runway 10, and it's going to be the ULBA 1A arrival. And where do we want to go in on? I think we'll go on. Yeah, we'll go Dandy. That gives us a better arrival angle. Okay. So that is set. And now from here, we actually do have a waypoint. And that is going to be, just check. No, we don't actually have a waypoint. We're going straight to Dandy. Okay. That will work out fine. So if we go back over here, let me just go up a bit, and we'll go to our plan mode. We'll take it out to 40 miles. So basically we're going to take off, and we're going to turn around and intercept our point there. And then this is interesting. Oh, this must be the missed approach. We're going to come in this way to Dandy, and then we're going to come up here, and then that is our arrival into the airport. So Dandy, user, ULBA, PMJ, and then back to Dandy again. I think we'll be able to, we'll bypass that loop. I don't know why it's got us doing that. Yeah, we'll just have it go directly to that waypoint. The joys of Microsoft Flight Sim. You're going to go over to 40. And everybody's still loading up in the back. We are all set to go. Ooh, we got an aircraft coming in. Can we see anybody landing? No, not really. Anyway, let's get our seat position set. Something like that. All right. Yeah, we'll go to the second Dandy. That's fine. And again, it's not that far. So this is our seventh leg of the trip. We've only got, I think, one more island after St Maarten, and then we head back to mainland America. Not sure where we're headed next. We'll find out when we get to where we're going. Princess Juliana International Airport, the famous St Maarten. Now, I'm not running the scenery update for it. It's just the generic default scenery. I don't know where that airplane went. So that was a pretty simple flight plan. So we're pretty much ready to go. Just waiting for everyone to get on board. Because I'm manually entering this information in, I've increased the loading time to realistic for the system, the packs, but unfortunately it is a short route, so we're not entering a lot of information in. Might as well grab the weather while I'm here. So the current weather here in Antigua is, let me see if I can find it. .28 degrees, scattered clouds at 2,100 feet. Pretty nice. And
hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bins. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card in the seat back in front of you. Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated.
so winds are about 10 knots
Use your
out
portable
of the east.
electronic devices during the boarding process. We ask that larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Oh, thought there was an airplane beside us. I don't know where he's gone. So winds are out of the east at both locations. A little bit of scattered cloud around 2,000 feet or so. So it's looking like a very, very nice flight. This has been an amazing series of charter flights. Getting to fly through the Caribbean here. Some wonderful weather, wonderful views. This guy getting ready to go? Nah, there's nobody in it. They're just staring at each other across the tail of the airplane. Alright, how much longer are they going to take? Let's take a little bit more time. See if I can get them expedite boarding.
We'll see what we can do. No promises.
Yeah. Get on it. Let's get the APU up and going while we wait. There we go, flaps open. We got the beacon on. Nice Diamond DA42 or Twin Star. I can't remember what the designation of that is. Nice modern airplane. So it's over there. It's like a TVM over there. Saw some corporate jets at the FBO on the south side of the airfield. So we're going to take off. We're going to fly to about 1,000 feet, and then we will make a left turn and head to our intercept point for the approach. And I'll do a direct to the second one so we don't do that loop. You can hear the APU. It's coming up 72%.
We're still boarding. Let us know if you need anything.
So they should be ready in about 2 minutes. So you can see our intercept point's only 100 nautical miles away, so that won't take us too long to get there. So we got a couple stragglers on today getting on the flight. Alright, APU's up and running. Switch over. And the APU generators are online. So they can disconnect the external power. This is that part you hate on the flight, right? When you're sitting there and you're going, we were supposed to leave like 5 minutes ago and people are still getting on board the airplane. Although, to be fair, we're a little bit ahead of schedule. But we are ready to go, folks. We are ready to go. Like I said, we got 128 people on board today.
We're ready to go when you are.
Oh, there we go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 07. Our flight time will be roughly 30 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now put down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
Alright. So we're ready to go. We're going to push and we will tail to the right. There we go. Ready to go. So thrust levers are out. Engine area is clear. Fuel pumps are coming on. Ignition to, or engine mode to ignition, and
Ladies and
engine
gentlemen,
when
please
starting.
direct your attention to the front of the aircraft for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. In the event that the cabin loses pressure, an oxygen mask will drop right in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth and secure the elastic band behind your head. Tighten the straps if necessary and breathe normally.
Engine's coming up. We got good fuel flow. Pressures and temperatures are normal.
If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask first and then assist others. Leave your mask on until a member of the
Engine 1 is stable.
to remove it. In the unlikely
Starting
event of a
engine
water
2.
landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If your life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the straps, and hug the cushion to your chest. Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. Please read it and let a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Alright, engine 2 is stable. We have fuel flow on both. Both pressures are good. Temperatures are good. Bleed airs are good. All electronics and hydraulic switches are on. APU bleed will come off. And mode selector back to normal. Before taxi checklist, probes and window heats will go on. Heading indicator and altimeters. Altimeters are set. 1014 set and cross-checked. Standby is set to 1014. Radios, avionics are set. Autopilot 15,000 feet is set. Flight directors are on. Auto brake set to max. Flaps 1 for takeoff. Elevator trim 1 up. And flight controls. Full left. Full right, neutral. Full forward. Full back, neutral. Left rudder. Right rudder, and neutral. It may seem a little ridiculous to check this on every flight, but I did find once that somehow my rudder pedals got disconnected, and this is when I found out when I was doing this check, so always a good thing to do. So we have our taxi clearance. Taxi light will come on, and we are going to taxi over this way, then we're going to taxi out to the end of the runway, and we'll be taking off on 07. So parking brake will come off, and start the taxi.
We're ready for departure.
Thank you. We're going to basically take Alpha all the way down, and then I'll have to backtrack for the last little bit on the runway. So while we head out, we will arm the spoilers. We'll do our TO config test over the bumpy runway or apron here to Alpha. Get the crew seated.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff, please.
How'd you like to be living here on these hills here overlooking the runway? Probably get some awesome views. Right, here we are. Turn left here and then taxi down to the end. We'll do our config for takeoff before we head out there. Don't want to go down here because that just ends up there. This will do for now. Parking brake is on. Flight instruments are checked. Engine instruments are checked. Takeoff data is set. Nav equipment is checked. Landing lights. Come on. TO. Taxi light to takeoff. Strobe lights on. Pitot heat is on. De-ice is not required. Transponders on, PWS is on, radar is on, no blue. You're set to 40. Alright, we are good to move out. So we're going to use that chrono for this flight. Parking brake is off. Turnaround circle is on the left side, according to the chart. It's the Navigraph charts. A little bit of a haze starting to build out there. This is not live weather. This is, I think it's SoFly's weather presets. This is the tropical haze, tropical bright sun, tropical days. Anyway, beautiful tropical weather here. That should just give us a little bit of a scattering of clouds, which, funny enough, is kind of what the real weather is like right now anyway. Looks like they've paved over the line here, but still kind of see where it goes. We'll do our turnaround. Not sure those lights should be there. Well, I know those lights should not be there. There we go. Get her nice and centered on the runway. Alright. Engine's up to 30% or 40%. Engines are stable. Here we go. Throttles to takeoff power. SRS runway enabled. Rudder knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. We're up to 15-degree climb. On runway heading. So thrust reduction. Autopilot is engaged. And we are going directly to the second dandy. No. The second dandy. Alright, we'll have to go to the other one when we get that sorted out. Alright, so speed's up. Flaps coming up. Goodbye to Antigua. I guess 6,000 feet is our transition. There you go. Some lights will come off. Strobes stay. You can do your thing. You don't got much time. We're gonna go manual speed at the moment. Well, 250. We're only gonna go up to 280 as a cruise speed.
Gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet. You may turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be directed to a page to pay a small fee for internet access. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live TV and paid movies library.
Yeah, if you're paying for Wi-Fi on a 30-minute flight, I think you're getting ripped off. There we go, 280. That'll be our top speed for this cruise. Again, we are going up to 15,000 feet as a limit. You can already see the arrival information starting to come onto the screen. So once we hit Dandy, I'm going to make the turn for the entry point into the approach of Vaki. We're going to have to be at 2,600 feet by the time we get to Dandy anyway, so we'll be descending starting about 40 miles out. So this island here is Basseterre.
As this is a shorter flight, we will not be able to offer in-flight service. Please let us know if there's anything we can do to make your flight more enjoyable, and we will assist you.
I didn't know they were going to do that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Instead of trying to force the service through, they say, nope, we can't do it. So this is a couple, given the name of some of the places on it, this seems to be Dutch. The Netherlands ancestry. Oranjestad is that little island right there. Or that's the town on that little island, so I think these were Dutch islands at one point. Interesting. So we're about 80 miles away from where we're going to make the turn in, and like I said, once we make that turn, instead of doing this weird looping thing it's got us doing, we're going to get down to 2,600 feet, and then we'll just tune in right for what's the order they go in? User, the one with the yeah, we'll just head straight in for the Avaki point, and we'll go from there. So when then it gets to about 40 miles, we'll descend down to 2,600. 2,600. So again, short flight. We got our little clock ticking away. So 19 minutes from pushback, 10 seconds in the air, or since when I hit it before we taxied down. It's pretty handy. So this is the type of flight you'd be taking in a little twin engine job, Twin Otter, or maybe an ATR 42-8. Aircraft like that. You wouldn't get a lot of big twins doing this, or big twin jets doing this. It is nice out, but it is hazy. Another little island there? What am I seeing on the map here? Oh yeah. Seems to be unoccupied, that one. So the wind should be out of the east, so we should get a little bit of a headwind on the landing. We'll see if the RNAV approach bit works this time. We should have course settings and stuff in here, but we don't. 50 miles. Can we see it? Nah. It's lost in the haze. Got the moon behind us though. Yeah, one thing they're also working on apparently are putting contrails in, and where and when appropriate. So it'd be nice to get those contrails streaming back. Something to look forward to. Back inside, so. We'll start down. Go at about 1,500 feet per minute, and we'll see how we're doing. We'll bring her back to 250 when we start that as well. Here go those islands. I wonder if you can make out the town down there. Oh yeah, there it is. Start down a little early. Let's go at about 1,500. Speed back to 250.
To assist with customs at our destination, flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily. Please review and complete these forms and keep them with you for presentation upon arrival.
Yeah, the great joy of filling in customs paperwork. I think just make it out over there in the haze. But no weather, really, to speak of. And it is turned on. So we're just got a slow descent here. I'll pick up with you when we make the turn at Dende and we start heading in. And you can fly the final approach with me. See you in a bit. So I brought the speed back to 240. Just about to make the turn. And as soon as we do that and it goes to the next waypoint, there we go. That should... Click over. I don't know what it's doing. So we're going direct to there. Okay. Going into approach mode. So speeds will come back to 210. right to where we want to go. Can't see it. Well, I think that's it right there. A little bit in the haze there. Alright, so we're at 210, so we're going to go 1 notch of flaps. Alright, so seatbelt signs are on. Radios are set. Speed established at 210. We're at 2,600 feet. Lights are all on. Strobes are on, autos on. Ground spoilers are armed. Flaps are on. Auto brake is set for, how long is the runway here? 7,000 feet. All set for medium. Flaps are 1, and we are good for now. Okay, we're not really heading towards Ica, so we're going to go manual mode. And we want to go at about there. Want to be 2,600 when we get there, but just before we get there we'll go on to approach mode. We'll see if the RNAV works. We'll go to 180 about 10 miles out. Heading closer towards it. So is it showing us in the right place on the flight plan? It is. Still showing the wrong V approach speed. I think next time I'm not going to put in any of the weights stuff. We'll see what it comes up at that point. Anyway, you can see that's the big mountain at the end of the runway we got to avoid. So it should be fun. I think with our weights and stuff, we're going to set a 135 approach speed. We're fairly light. It's not populating any of the information there. Which is kind of annoying. Now last time we did this, it put the magenta box down at the bottom here. I mean, as soon as it should hit approach mode, it should go in, but it doesn't. But if you hit landing system, it should put it in. And it didn't do it, but I know that for a 3-degree slope, you should be on about a 700-foot descent rate. Just looking at speeds. So, yeah, about 700. 130 should be around 700 feet per minute. It's got a little chart on the approach plate. That shows for different speeds what your descent rate should be. It does have PAPA lights. And of course it's got that wonderful beach right at the end of the runway where all the peoples go and stand. Well, now it looks like we're going to be delayed. Well, technically we're on our arrival. So if we don't have to go around, we should be good. So by leaseor, we want 1,700 feet. And then it steepens down to the 3-degree approach. That's what, 5.1 miles? Okay. Island's starting to come in on the radar. There she is. So 5 miles, we'll go to 180. And about 3 miles, I'll hit the approach button. She is coming out of the haze. A little bit closer there, so we're kind of within that 30-degree arc. Let's see what happens. Will you do it? We're in approach mode. We're on the RNAV. No, she's not steering in. Okay. Was she? Starting? Oh yeah, localizer. No. Alright. 293. Go back to 135. Flaps 3. $1,700. Descending.
2,500.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
There's the airport over there. Got to get that little bit of wind. And then from Lesser, it's about 700 feet on the descent. All right, gear down. And flaps 3. It's 96-degree heading to the runway. Point in having you on. Now it wants to take me to PMJ. Okay, well, we're set for the auto throttles. Everything's down, gears down, flaps down. Everything is set. The cabin.
Camera crew, please take your seat for landing.
And let's go. So what's 700? $700 to $800 will do. I've got an aircraft on the runway. Hopefully he's leaving. A little high. Very high.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
That's okay.
Sink rate. 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 Sink rate.
There we go.
Sink rate.
200.
I don't know where that airplane is. It's gone now.
100. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
All right, we're down. Full reverse. Pressures are off. We can make it in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 1:12 p.m. and it's currently about 31 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
Alright. Oh, strobe's off. And APU wheels are checked. Wheels are good. And APU will come on now. Now. There we go. Start up the APU. Oh, didn't have the brakes on. Alright. I'm going to taxi over to the terminal. I think I held the nose up a little long on that one. She floated the nose. Looks like there's another airplane on its way in. Go around these guys and then over to the terminal. Now they do get big airplanes in here. They were flying 777s and I think even 747s in and out of here. I think KLM was flying 747s here. There's somebody on their way in. Where are we going here? We're going over to the one on the end. Oh, there he is there. We won't look at what's about to happen there with that truck. Alright, and right about there. Well, I think we're a little close to the building. Ah, it's all good. So, parking brake is on. Let's get the sky bridge connected. There we go. Yeah, too close. Okay. No ground power either, so let's get the APU on. Thrust levers are at idle, ground contact. Yeah, electrical power master is off. Parking brake is set. Beacon will off, nav lights will stay on, seatbelt sign can come off, they're moving anyway. Flight directors, APU's on. Everything else is good. And we are here. Yeah, parked a little far forward. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. We will see you next time. Bye for now.